This segment brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. Progress powered by Kansas farmers. And back again we are.
Well, you know, this next story should be encouraging to all of us. If we don't get anything accomplished in our lifetimes, why, there's the afterlife in which to accomplish things, as our friend Elmer McCurdy will demonstrate.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, back when, in the 19th century and early 20th century, there wasn't TV. Radio didn't come along till the 1920s. And so there were a lot of traveling shows and Chautauquas and what have you. And there was one that was quite famous, is the next story. And anyway, there were just very strange things, and people, of course, flocked to see them. And for, you know, one thin dime, you can come in and see this show and hear a talk and what have you.
Well, this next story about yeah, it's pretty wild. But it puts me in mind of right after the Lincoln assassination and, you know, the manhunt for Booth and everything. There were 3 Booth mummies traveling the country with the shows like you're talking about. And then it was only a nickel. So for a nickel, you could go in and see the mummy of the Booth assassin. So, and of course, Booth was actually buried. He was none of those mummies, but did that stop the showman from making money off of Booth's mummy? No, it did not. What a great country.
And you can have some of this wonderful elixir, too.
That's right, some elixir. If you ain't seeing Booth, you will when this is...
You drink this and you'll see him everywhere.
You might think Elmer McCurdy would have given up when his attempts to blast into safes went awry. In one try, he used so much nitroglycerine that it destroyed most of the money he was trying to steal. Another time, the nitro melted the silver coin. In a Chautauqua, Kansas bank, they blew the vault door clear through the bank, but couldn't get through the interior door and made away with only change. In 1911, he and his crew planned to rob the Katy Train, carrying $400,000 to the Osage Nation. Only he stopped the wrong train. 3 days later, he was surrounded and shot dead by the law. Poor Elmer's body was taken to a funeral home in Pawhuska, Oklahoma, where it went unclaimed. The owner embalmed the body using an arsenic preservative to halt decomposition. Hoping to make $1 off the unclaimed cadaver, he gave McCurdy a shave, dressed him in street clothes, and put him up for display. For a nickel, you could see the, quote, bandit who wouldn't give up. This would go on for 5 years until, out of the blue, McCurdy's long-lost brother, Aver, arrived in town to claim the body. After satisfying local law enforcement and paying the undertaker for expenses, the body was released into his care, where it was supposed to be shipped to California for burial. Instead, it was sent to Arkansas City, Kansas. It turns out that Aver's real name was James Patterson, partial owner of the Great Patterson Carnival Show. McCurdy's corpse was renamed, quote, the outlaw who would never be captured alive, and traveled with the carnival until 1922. Following a series of owners, the body eventually ended up in an L.A. warehouse until it was sold to the Hollywood Wax Museum and then in 1976 to a funhouse in Long Beach, California. On December 8, 1976, the crew for the $6 Million Man were filming an episode in the funhouse where McCurdy's body was thought to be part of the set. However, when one of the prop men tried to rearrange the wax mannequin, the arm broke off, revealing human bone and tissue. The police were called in, and an investigation ensued. After a slew of forensic tests and detective footwork, McCurdy was identified. In 1977, a funeral procession transported McCurdy to Boot Hill in Guthrie, Oklahoma. McCurdy was buried next to Bill Doolin. Pretty good company, considering McCurdy never managed to successfully complete one single robbery.
Welcome to the Jerry Thomas Gallery and Collection, where we showcase my renowned frontier military and Native American artifacts. Behind me you see a touch of fall. We put together not only the beauty of Micah high walking who is the first graduate of West Point of the Northern Cheyenne people and a dear friend, but also a Hudson's Bay blanket that I have here in the gallery. The unique opportunity that I was able to have was we unveiled this painting and surprised Micah at Custer Battlefield, a true honor.